Hi, I'm Debbie and welcome to Your Story in the Cards. I just want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you who have subscribed, liked or commented on the channel. I really appreciate your support, and to anybody new coming to watch the channel, welcome. It is really important though that you continue to like and comment, because apparently it helps the algorithms. Haven't got a clue what an algorithm is, but according to my IT department, which would be my husband, they are very, very important. So I really appreciate if you can continue to do that. I'm going to be using a different deck of oracle cards this week, so I hope you enjoy seeing these. And next week, I'm going to be talking about the playing cards and giving you the opportunity to maybe decide and select a deck that you really want to use for the beginning of your reading. So I hope you'll love these readings for this week, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you. Hello Scorpio, and welcome to Your Story in the Cards. As always, this is a general reading, so just take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind. So this is for the week the 20th to the 26th of April. So Scorpio, I'm going to choose this deck for you this week. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's see what message the angels have got for you. Let's have a look. What is the message that Scorpio needs to see, please? What is the message that Scorpio needs to see? Oh, that one wanted to come out. Yeah. There we go. And what have we got? We have the Goddess of Awakening. This is a wondrous time of exploration, romance and creativity. And it's a rude one, so I need to cover that up before I get into trouble. So there we go. Lovely. Okay, let's have a look. What are the numbers that are significant for Scorpio, please? What are the numbers that they may be seeing through the week? Well, that one flew out. That was pretty significant for Scorpio. And we have 2424. Good times. You are deserving of affection, relaxation and joy. Open up to your family and friends about your feelings, and you'll find everyone aligned and working together harmoniously. Many people are cheering for you. When you spread love, it returns to you multiplied. That's actually really nice, because this is all about a wondrous time of exploration, romance and creativity. I love that. So 2424. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at your cards for the week. So this is for Scorpio. Just going to give these a bit of a shuffle up before I lay them out and choose the cards for you. Okay, let's have a look. Right. Okay, first of all, I'm going to choose a card for how you're feeling, Scorpio. What is it? What's on your mind? What are you thinking about? Even if it's just something mundane, I've got to go and pay the washing out, or I'm going out tonight, or I've just got to go to work. Something like that. Something is on your mind, and I feel that this is the one. And then I'm going to choose a card for you, which is how you are feeling under the surface. What's bubbling away under the surface? What are you thinking about? What's going on around you? Is it something that you're waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning thinking about? Is there something going on? So I feel as if it's that one. Okay. Put these cards at the top here. And now we're going to find the messages that you need to hear this week. So just one card, please, for Scorpio. One card. Thank you. And then one card for the potential possible outcome. Well, that was quick. These cards really want to give you the messages. Okay. So for Scorpio, please. Thank you. And as I said before, these cards here just give me a general feeling of what the reading is going to be about. Oh, fabulous. Fabulous, Scorpio. You got the money card. This is all about your new beginnings when it comes to your money and your finances. This is either a new love, or it could be a letter coming in of good news regarding your money. It could be an invitation to something. You could be getting a gift. And if you're single, you may well be getting a proposal and a ring. So love that. Love that for you, Scorpio. So let's have a look. Let's see What are you thinking about? What is it that's going on? Queen of Spades, interesting, because the Queen of Spades is, this is an energy, if it was a person, let's say a person down here, I would say that the Queen of Spades is coming along and she's just going to cause a little bit of trouble. She is going to be unpleasant about a situation, something going on. She's a mature woman, can be a little bit bitter and twisted. Now, it's up here, and as I said, this is what you're thinking about. So what is it that is going on that you're worried about? You are worried about getting some news that you're not going to like. It's almost as if you're worried about getting an unpleasant truth about something. There's something going on around you that you're really, really concerned about. Is it something to do with your friend, family, or just your environment? Maybe it's something to do with your job. But there's definitely something here that you are not happy about. You're worried about getting bad news. Bubbling underneath the surface is the King of Diamonds. That actually makes a little bit more sense, because the King of Diamonds is about money. It's all about money. And bearing in mind, this is you. This is you up here. This is not a person. If it was down here, I'd say it was a person. So this is you. This is all about your energies. Tying in with this Ace of Diamonds, because this is about you needing to step into your power and take control of your money situation. And be very, very focused on it. Very, very clear thinking, knowing exactly what you're doing. So this is what is bubbling under the surface. This is what you're thinking about. So you know, deep down, you need to take control. You need to sort out your money situation. Because the unpleasant truth here, this is what you're worrying about, is that maybe if you take control of your finances, maybe if there's something going on, it actually is quite scary, because all of a sudden you'll have that acknowledgement that maybe your bank account isn't as high as you thought, or maybe it's an acknowledgement that you've been spending a little bit too much money, or maybe you've racked up a big credit card bill and it's like, oh, I can't believe I spent all of that. And I think that is what the unpleasant truth is there. That is, you know yourself that you need to take control of the situation, because that's why we've got the money card here. This is saying, yeah, you're going to get new beginnings, but the King is saying here, this energy, you need to take control of it. You need to really, really sort everything out. Okay, let's have a look. We're going to clarify. I'm going to start up here with these cards. Okay, please can we clarify this Queen of Spades that flipped and went back again? Queen of Spades for Scorpio. Please can we clarify the Queen of Spades for Scorpio? Thank you. Well, look at that. Look at that. Now that is an absolute confirmation that you are very, very worried. And I do feel that this is something like a credit card bill. And you absolutely know it yourself. It's going to be quite scary. And that's what it is you're being worrying about. Uncanny to get two Queen of Spades together now. This is very, very powerful energy. Very, very powerful. And I really feel that, this has really been bogging you down. So, and the interesting thing is that we have twos here. And twos are all about keep on happening. Something keeps on happening. Right, let's clarify. This Queen of Spades. Oh my goodness. You know what? You cannot make this stuff up. You now have another Queen of Spades. So you have three Queen of Spades, all telling you the same thing. Unbelievable. As sometimes I do these cards and I just can't quite believe myself what comes out. So this has really, really, this is really getting to you. These queens are all looking, they are all looking towards this. And this is you, this is what's bubbling under the surface, this is almost, let's say, your subconscious, but this is what you know you need to do. You couldn't get much more confirmation here that you need to take control. You really, really need to sort things out, because this is all about thinking as well. There's a lot of thought that needs to go into this to actually allow yourself to move on. Unbelievable, unbelievable, Scorpio. I haven't quite figured out yet how this is all going to tie in with these, because this is all about good times. And perhaps what it is when you actually acknowledge what you're doing, you know, come to that realization and think, yeah, I've got to change this, because you know, I've got to sort this money situation. That's when you're going to get these good times. And perhaps it is this, because this is the goddess of awakening. And the awakening is this, awakening to, I can't carry on like this. I can't just keep on spending willy-nilly, because it's just not going to do any good for me. Let's have a look. Queen of Spades, we're going to clarify this Queen of Spades. Please, can we clarify for Scorpio, the Queen of Spades? Well, all I can say is thank goodness it's not another Queen of Spades. We've now got the Six of Hearts, and I absolutely love that, because this is saying that this is going to just be moving ahead. This is going to move ahead. It is a heart. So it's all about your happiness and your emotions and feeling good about a situation. And I do feel that once you have acknowledged it, no, I've got to sort this out, you're going to feel very, very good about it. And then you are going to get these good times. You're going to get those good times, which are going to allow you to move forward. Now, this card is also about maybe having a bit of a break somewhere. So maybe that's what you need to do. You need to, you know, go away, lick your wounds, so to speak, and sort out exactly what it is you need to do, have the break, and then come back, and then all of these nice things are going to be happening for you, because it does say here, you are deserving of affection and relaxation. So, you know, maybe that's what you need to do. Just go away, clean your head, clear your head, and know that you need to sort out the money situation. And when you do sort out the money situation, that's when you're going to get your new beginning. Okay, right, let's have a look at this. King of Diamonds, please. What can you tell us about this King of Diamonds for Scorpio? King of Diamonds for Scorpio. King of Diamonds. And also, whatever it is you do, you're going to be doing it with a lot of love, and there will be a lot of love around you to help you with this path forward. And then what you have here is the 10 of Clubs, and I love that, because this is a card of doing stuff. This is a card of planning, prioritizing, organising things, getting things moving. It's a busy card. So once you have done all of this, thought processes, getting it all organised, maybe bringing somebody else in to help you sort out the financial situation, you are going to be able to move ahead with this. And this is a 10. And the 10 is basically saying this is all going to come to an end, and you're going to be moving forward. Absolutely moving forward. And this is also, it's like an achievement for you, a huge achievement to acknowledge that you've been in a mess, you've sorted it out, and you're going to be moving ahead. Love that. That is actually a really nice card for you to have around you, because with its clubs as well, clubs is all about, you know, a lot of people coming together, because clubs are very sociable. They want to be with other people. And it actually ties in with this. It says many people are cheering for you. That's exactly what's going to be happening here. So let's have a look at your messages. What are the messages that Scorpio needs to hear? Wow. Oh my goodness me. Scorpio, financially, you are going to be absolutely fine. I'm so happy for you. Once you get all the mess sorted out, you're going to be fine, and you are going to have this whole new beginning when it comes to your money. Because what? We have another Ace of Diamonds. This is the absolute confirmation that things are going to be moving ahead for you. Things, you know, and as I said, if you are single, then you could well be getting a ring or a proposal here. But have a look at it as well as something good is going to be coming in for you. You know, an invitation, or a letter of some description. Something is going to be coming in to help you along with your finances. And I just got distracted because I just had a look at this again. It says here, open up to your family and friends about your feelings, which is all of this. Open up, and people are going to help you, because this is hearts and this is all about family and friends. Sorry, I digressed again. Anyway, 9 of diamonds. Wonderful, because what this is saying is when you make a few tweaks to your financial situation, just a few little changes, things are going to be on the up, and you are really going to see a huge difference with your financial situation. And then you have a 4 here, and the 4 is all about stability, absolute stability with your finances. It could also be a bank. You go into a bank to talk to the bank manager or whoever it is now, talk to them and say, look, I need help with this, can you please help me up? That's what this card is here. But this is all about finances. This is all about your money. So the focus is on your money and your finances. So I love that. Financial stability coming along for you. But let's have a look. Let's clarify. Please can we clarify this Ace of Diamonds for Scorpio? What can you tell us about this Ace of Diamonds for Scorpio, please? That one flew out. So that obviously wants it to come out. And we have the 3 of Diamonds. Yay! Because the 3 of Diamonds is all about your money and your finances again. But it is also about clear thinking. All of these diamonds are all about your clarity and the way you look at things and the way you actually resolve a situation. But this is saying to you, yep, things are going to be changing. Just slow, steady steps forward. This is not a card to say, yeah, it's going to be changing instantly, because hey, if you have got debt, then it won't happen instantly. But this is saying, once you've sorted it out in your head and you've spoken to friends and family about it, you're going to get that clear path, and things are going to be changing for you. Slow, easy steps. Now, another thing that I want you to also be aware of when it's the 3 of Diamonds is that you do have a tendency to veer off track a little bit and get a bit scatterbrained. So this is basically saying, bring your focus in, bring it in, and make sure that you actually do exactly what it is that you need to do, because that's the important thing. So let's have a look at this 9 of Diamonds, please. 9 of Diamonds for Scorpio. What can you tell us about this 9? Well, let's just chuck them all over the place. That was too many, they all came out. So, and the other thing about 9 of Diamonds, which I should have said, this is also an acknowledgement that this is fame and recognition, but it's also recognition for yourself as well. So let's have a look. Now, 1 card please for Scorpio for this 9 of Diamonds. 1 card please for Scorpio, 9 of Diamonds. Do you know what? I'm going to take that first one because it landed on the 9 of Diamonds. So I'm taking that one. Wonderful, wonderful card. The Ace of Hearts. Because once again, this is telling you this is your new beginnings. Once you make the changes, because this is about changes, once you make those changes, you are going to have this wonderful new beginning. And it ties in with this ace and this ace. 3 aces now. 3 aces, Scorpio. This is telling you things are happening for you. And you know what? I initially said I don't know where it's tying into this, but now I can see where it's tying in, because this is all about good times. Wonderful things are going to be happening for you. And this one, the Goddess of Awakening. This is a wondrous time of exploration, romance and creativity. Love that. Absolutely love it, because that is what is going to be happening for you. So nice. And when it comes to a heart, this is new love, new friendship, a new home, maybe a holiday. Something lovely is going to be happening for you. Absolutely. So let's have a look at this 4 of Diamonds. 4 of Diamonds for Scorpio, please. What can you tell us about this 4 of Diamonds for Scorpio? Let's have a look. Okay. The 8 of Hearts. And the 8 of Hearts is all about communication. It is about being with your friends. It is about being with your family. But it's all about celebration and happiness, a holiday, a wedding, a birth, somebody's birthday. Something lovely is happening around all of these people who love you and who you love. And it is on this card of the stability card. And I love that for you. Really, I just think it is such a nice thing, because this is all tying in with what I was saying here. Open up to your family and friends, and that's what you're going to be doing. You are going to be opening up with all these people, and they are going to help you have this new path ahead. They're going to help you with the money situation and getting your life back on track. I really, really think that is fantastic cards for you. So let's have a look at the outcome. Oh, well, let's just move these up because I don't know if you can see them. And we have the Two of Spades. And the Two of Spades is about a separation. It is about an argument. It is about, you know, a bust up between two people. It is also a divorce. But because it is all around all of this situation, I do feel that the separation here is the moving away from this Queen of Spade energy, which is, you know, you worrying yourself silly about stuff that you know you've done, knowing that something horrible, a horrible message is going to come in about your overspending or something like that. And that's what this is, the separation from that. You're moving away from that. Now, it's a 2. And we've got 2, 2 here, and this 2. And this is telling you, just be careful that you don't keep repeating the cycle. Just be careful that you don't talk to people and they give you lots of advice and you'll feel all happy and you know, you have a little bit of a holiday and you have your celebration and it's all great, and you don't actually do anything about changing, because that's what this is saying here. You need to change, make changes to your finances. So don't ignore this, because if you ignore it, then it's just going to keep on repeating, and you don't want that. You want to actually resolve this situation, get the stability here, get your new beginnings, and allow these things to happen, because you've also got 4s here, and the 4s are all about stability. So you've got three 4s there. So this is these cards are saying, just make sure you do actually make the decisions and you do actually do exactly what it is you intend to do. Don't let it drift. So let's have a look. Let's clarify this. Well, the Two of Spades, because what do we get is the Queen of Spades, yet another Queen of Spades, and this is definitely the message. This message is basically saying, you need to break away from that. You need to make the decisions. You absolutely need to. Otherwise, you're going to get this whole horrible message coming in that you really, really don't want, because this is the repeating cycle. And the repeating cycle is, you know, perhaps each month you get your credit card bill and you think, oh God, I've done it again, I've done it again. That's what these cards are saying. Very, very interesting cards. So let's have a look. We're going to clarify this Queen of Spades. Queen of Spades, wow. And now we've got another 2. But it's the 2 of Hearts. And the 2 of Hearts is about a partnership, somebody close to you, somebody, your spouse, your mother, father, but somebody very, very close and somebody who you really, really love. And this is saying, with love, you are able to deal with this. You are able to move ahead, because this is going to be the good times, all right? And you have here happiness and support. And I think that is very, very, very interesting. It's a very apt word. And also unity, because you need the support of all of these people around you who are going to allow you to move ahead with your new path. And I think that's what these cards are saying. So, as I was saying about all the 2s, now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 2s. And this is definitely a message to you to say, sort it out. Don't allow the repeat. Don't allow this to keep on happening. because you have some wonderful times ahead of you, absolutely wonderful times. You know, when you have a look at this is many people are cheering for you. When you spread love, it returns to you multiplied. And that's what these are. All of these hearts, this is all about love. Love. Love coming into you and you releasing the love as well to say, oh, I'm talking to you, thank you so much for your help or whatever. Love that for you. Okay, let's have a look and see what oracle message can you give to Scorpio, please. What is the message? And this is for Scorpio. What is the message you want Scorpio to hear? Well, that one came out fairly quickly. Oh, we got two. Okay, let's have a look. Respect your boundaries. That's interesting as well, because what are your boundaries? Not overspending or not doing something where you know you're going to get some sort of horrible message coming in. Just be very, very careful. And then what we have here is time to ground. And that again is this. This is you. Time to ground yourself. Go back to basics. Think about exactly how you're going to resolve this problem, how you're going to deal with it, and also, you know, talking to the people around you to allow you to ground. Because sometimes when you're in these with all these queens, you really are het up. You really are worried about the situation. You really are stressed up to the eyeballs. And when you're with your family, or your friends, they can be the ones that actually help ground you and say, okay, let's just look at this in a different way and we'll try and sort this out. So that's really nice for you as well. So let's have a look at these Lenormand cards. As you know, I can't say that very well, but anyway, what can you tell us for Scorpio, please? And that was the first one that wanted to come out. And for the message, thank you. And then for the final outcome, what can you tell us? We got two. Right. For you, yourself, how you're feeling. And you have the fox. Very, very interesting. Okay? Because the fox is actually looking towards all of these. Foxes can be cunning. Okay? And they can be deceitful. And I think in the past, that maybe you've been deceitful to yourself about the situation. Perhaps you've been burying your head in the sand and thinking, oh, you know, it's going to be sorted out. I'll sort it out. And even though you perhaps get a bill every single month, which is the unpleasant truth that comes in, you still sort of think, no, I'll be okay. I can sort this out. I can sort this out. So I think you're being deceitful to yourself. Because he's being cunning as well, you need to be cunning about this as well. And this is you tackling this situation hands on and getting it resolved. And then up here we have a 1 and a 4. So the 4 ties in again with these 4s here, which is the stability. That's what you want. Stability with your finances and your happiness around you. But if you add up the 1 and 4, you get to a 5. And the 5 is all about the body and it's all about you. And this is all about you looking after yourself and respecting your boundaries and knowing that to bring in the good times you have to sort stuff out around you. And then down the bottom here we have a 9 and a club, and that is about changes. All about changes. It is about making changes to whatever it is you're working on, your activities. This could be to do with your job. And maybe all of this has been about your job situation. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you're thinking about changing your job and you weren't quite sure because every single month, you know, you're not getting as much money as you thought you were going to get. But it could be. You can use your own intuition and decide what all these messages are about. I'm just interpreting it and thinking it could be something to do with your credit card or your bank account. But as I say, it could be something to do with your work situation. It could be something to do with your training that you'll do. You will actually tie these in because you know your situation. But anyway, the 9 of clubs, and it kind of also suggests that maybe you've had some time off work, and the time off work has affected your finances, and maybe you have overspent because of that. But this is basically saying, maybe you're going to be going back to work. This is after an absence of time off. maternity leave or sick leave or something like that, you may well be going back to work. But there are going to be changes, and we've got this club here, so these tie in together. You're going to be making changes to allow yourself to move ahead and get your new beginning. So let's have a look at the message. Well, and we have the stalks. And what are the stalks about? They're all about movement. Things moving ahead for you. And I love that for you. I really do. Because I think you are going to make the changes. And things really, really are going to absolutely take off. You've got a 1 and a 7 here. You add that up and you get an 8. Which is another 8 here. And that's all about communication. It is all about sorting stuff out. And it could be, yes, communication with people around you that you love, your family, your friends, but it could also be communication with people who are going to help you with this. Maybe, you know, bank managers or investment people, anything like that. Your boss, whatever. There's going to be communication to allow you to move ahead. And then down the bottom here we have the Queen of Hearts. And that is the nurturing card. That is you looking after yourself. Absolutely looking after yourself. Learning to love yourself. And, you know, appreciate yourself and know that things are going to be sorted out. And it basically ties in with this. When you spread love, it returns to you multiplied. And I think that is what is going to be happening. You are going to get so much happiness and satisfaction around you because that's this Ace of Hearts here. Love that. So we got 2 cards here. What have we got? Well, interesting. We've got the birds here. Now the birds tie in to these 2 cards because the birds are all about nervousness and worry and chatting and anxiety and all sorts of stuff keep going around. You know what birds are like, they just chit all the time. Ties in with these ones. Ties in with the repetition, ties in with the, you know, trying to sort something out. And it's maybe the breakaway from this situation. It does make you nervous because all of a sudden you know you've got to face up to something and get it sorted out. So that's what this nervousness is all about. We've got a 1 and a 2 here. The 2 ties in with that one over there. But if you add those up, that's a 3, which ties in with this 3 here. But it's also about slow, steady steps forward. And then down the bottom here, it's the 7 of diamonds. So the 7s are all about setbacks. And you're worried because of this anxiety, worries, thinking about stuff. You're worried about setbacks to your money. That's what you has been on your mind. That's the message that you were getting. Yeah, you were worried about all those setbacks. Then you got this card here which is saying that somebody's going to be with you to help sort it out, whether it's your spouse, family, friend, or you know, mother or father. Somebody's going to be along to help you out. Because then what you get is the fish. And the fish is all about abundance. Money. Abundance coming through for you. Wonderful. We've got a 3 and a 7 there, which is about a 3 and a 4, which adds up to 7, which could be a possible setback. But you know, this is here and amongst all of these cards, and this could be the setback that you have been worrying about, and it could be a setback if you don't acknowledge that and allow yourself to move on. And then down the bottom we have the King of Diamonds. Now the King of Diamonds is a lovely energy, especially when it comes to your money and your finances, because this person, if it's a person, he knows all about money. But because it's on this card and this is for you, this is you. So it ties in with this King of Diamonds, which is you taking control of the situation, stepping into the power, sorting stuff out and allowing yourself to move ahead with a clear path. So there we go, Scorpio. I do like this for you, and I really hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope you got some guidance from it, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.